Hey, what's up everybody? My name is WestRoadSal, and today we're actually doing a review about the game that's the most viewed video on my channel. That's right, we're actually doing a review on Scooby-Doo First Frights. Now, this video, with all the views of the gameplay, was made like 3 years ago. And to this day, I'm shocked that it's got that many views. It's got like 387,000 views. It's crazy. So, we're actually doing a review on this game today. And we're going to do a rundown of what the game's, how the game plays out, and then you're going to see my opinions. So let's get started. This game has 4 episodes, which you play in, and they have a different combination of levels, and there's 1 chase sequence and 1 boss sequence in each episode. Now the chase sequence is obviously a chase sequence. You're being chased by a villain. The boss is evidently a boss battle. You're not given the option the very first time around to play as whoever you want to. Like if you want to play as Shaggy in the first sequence of the first level, you can't do that until you actually beat the episode, the full episode now. For example, the first episode has a level 1, a chase, a level 2, and a boss. It actually tells you that. It actually shows as you progress what it has in the episode, which is really cool. More games should have that. Now here we go with the character breakdown. Freddy can move boxes. He can crank rotating bars to get, like, things working. Daphne can climb pipes. She's the agile one. She can, like, kick. She knows karate a little bit in the game, of course. Velma can operate machinery. Now, Shaggy, he can use his grappling hook. Yes, he has a grappling hook to get to high places. This is a little weird because in the show, I don't know, he doesn't have a grappling hook. Scooby is basically a powerhouse. He's like the strongest and the quickest in the game, in my opinion. Each level is linear. There are your basic strong and weak enemies, the ones you can kill in one punch, and the others you have to actually take time to beat. Everything you hit gives you Scooby snacks. Now the Scooby snacks are your health once your courage bar runs out. Your courage bar is a bar that you can hit water fountains and snack machines to get little hearts for. Now, once this courage bar runs out, each hit you take depletes your Scooby snacks. So, like, for example, you have like 1,400. You actually get this many in a level. 1,400 Scooby snacks. One hit takes away like 100. So, there's an idea for you. Now, your Scooby snacks can actually unlock costumes that you can use. These costumes actually give you a different moveset, which is neat. Costumes actually give you different type of moves. For example, you can unlock a football costume for Fred, which you can use to tackle enemies. You can unlock a pirate costume for Daphne, which you can use a sword to attack enemies. You can unlock an astronaut costume for Shaggy, which you can use a laser gun. And for Velma, believe it or not, a sumo wrestler, which you can do a stomach squash on enemies. Now, that's basically it for my rundown. The bosses are the game itself, as you can see from my gameplay videos. If you haven't watched that first, I'll tell you right now. It's like Marvel Superhero Squad. It's like the SpongeBob games, the PS2. It's the Nickelodeon mashup games. It's basically an overhead hack and slash God of War, but it's very kiddie. It's a very kiddie hack and slash overhead game. The boss battles are they're fun, but the first 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, excuse me. The first 2 minutes, you recognize the boss's pattern, and so then it gets sort of tedious. It gets boring, sort of, you know. First off, this is my actual opinion now. You've never seen Scooby-Doo more aggressive than in this game. He's the strongest and the most fastest. He's crazy. He's crazy aggressive. You can kill enemies. He like uses a sausage. Like his first main weapon is, believe it or not, a bunch of sausages on a string, which you can actually use as a sword. He beats enemies the fastest out of all the characters you can use. At times, movement is sluggish. You wish you actually went a bit faster. It's like if you've ever seen a slow car chase in a movie, it's like that. Sometimes what you're supposed to do is not point it out directly. Just want to give you a nice screenshot of the game right here. You actually have to do a bit of investigating. There's a pun there for you guys, to find your next objective. Like you actually there's nothing in the game that actually tells you where you have to go. You have to actually explore, and they give you like a little shiny red glow to things, which you do stuff on. There's a bunch of levers. That's the one thing I want to say about this game. There's platforming, and there's also hack and slash type, you know. But you actually wish there was more platforming to this game, because there's much more hack and slash, and that gets a bit boring after a while. After like defeating the same enemies over and over and over. They try to implement 3D with 2D. There are times when the game switches to a side-scrolling, and you wish you didn't wish side-scrolling, but it's actually still 3D. So it gets confusing on which direction. I saw myself falling because it's actually 3D, so it's 2D. So you don't know if this is an empty space you're gonna fall through. You don't know if this is the actual place you have to go. You know, at times the AI is certainly dumb. You know, they fall to their deaths sometimes trying to get at you, and they hurt each other. Like there's two enemies right here. You're here, and you jump out. The enemy hits the other enemy with their weapons. So, I guess that's Scooby-Doo related though, because you've seen some of the Scooby-Doo episodes that they get out of the path, and the enemies come at each other. It's a nice reminder of how the show went. So that's not a bad thing per se. And if you're afraid of clowns, this game is not for you. Definitely not for you, because there's a clown level, and I was playing this game and I was listening to the audio. Obviously, it's scary. It's scary at times with these clown levels. You know, I'm not afraid of clowns. Just saying, clown, this clown phobia. You don't want to play this game. No, you don't want to play this game. I rate this game. Now here comes my rating: 7.5 out of 10. Now for a PS2 game, you can't compare this to a next-gen game for like an Xbox 360 or a PS3. There's no comparison. But 7.5, it's playable. It's a playable game. It's fun. It just gets a little tedious. So it's either a 7 or a 7.5. Now, I did the first video, so go watch that. Go watch the gameplay videos if you haven't seen that. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and WestRoadSal out. Peace. More comic book reviews coming soon. See ya.